Good morning everyone, it's me again, Clem from clemtravlog. I'm in Singapore now. I'm going to be riding, first time riding in Singapore. Today I'm going to ride with my friend, my college classmate, Jimmy Sam, and we're going to ride from Punggol Park to Punggol. He strongly recommends this route because he say that Punggol is a very beautiful place to be visit, especially by cycling. Let's go now. He's waiting for me downstairs. Okay, so now we are in Punggol Park. A lot of activities, people cycling, exercising during weekend. By the way, today is Sunday. So this is a short journey. We're going to ride to Coney Island. And today is my first experience to ride on folding bike. It's really different. It's a lot taller. The wheel is smaller. Yep, my friend at the front, he's riding his mountain bike. He's carrying his son as well. So this fold bike is actually belong to him as well. So I just borrow from him. So for this ride, we started from Punggol Park, right towards northeast direction on Sungai Serangoon Park connector. Eventually, we will reach Punggol, located just next to Strait of Johor, the international strait that separates Singapore and the Malaysian state of Johor. Then we will have a short touring on the Coney Island before we continue to Seletar and ride on Punggol Waterway share path. We started to ride on Serangoon Park connector once we left Punggol Park. Although the park is known as Punggol Park, but it is not located in Punggol. We are still actually in the area of Hougang, a residential area in the northeast region of Singapore. So the area of Hougang is actually a name derived from either Hokkien dialect or Teochew dialect. These two very similar dialects originate from Fujian, a province in southeast of China. Basically, you will find out quite a good number of area names in Singapore are actually derived from Hokkien dialects and Teochew dialect. Mostly due to majority Chinese in Singapore, their ancestors are from Fujian province, and that's the mainly reason why Hokkien and Teochew are the most common dialect used in Singapore. Anyway, back to the name Hougang. Although it is derived from either Hokkien or Teochew dialect, eventually in writing with Chinese character and pronunciation in Mandarin is Hougang. It actually means river end in Hokkien or Teochew dialect. It is named this way since the early days as the area is located at the upstream of Sungai Serangoon, a river in Singapore. So now we have arrived at the intersection of two share paths, the Serangoon Park connector and the Sungai Serangoon Park connector. And now we are turning into Sungai Serangoon Park connector towards north and head to Punggol. Once we cross this bridge, we are entering another area which derived from Chinese language, or more specifically known as Mandarin. This area is known as Sengkang. The name Sengkang means prosperous harbour. It actually derived from a local road in the area which no longer available, Lorong Sengkang. This share path that we are currently riding on, the Sungai Serangoon Park connector, is a roughly 2 km share path runs along Sungai Serangoon in between Sengkang. Its south end is connecting with Serangoon Park connector that we just came from, and its north end is connecting with Punggol Promenade River Sidewalk. Came to this point, somehow the signboard was still listed here as Sungai Serangoon Park connector. But some information like Google Map, it says from this point it is actually known as Punggol Promenade River Sidewalk. Once we're getting nearer to Punggol, we see the number of path users are increasing. Make sure you always ring the bell to notify the other user while overtaking, and stay on your left hand side if not overtaking. This shall be all the common safety regulation we shall practice while using the share path. We are crossing under Pasir Ris Industrial Drive 1. By going under this road bridge, we arrive at another area, Punggol. So by the way, currently we keep riding along Sungai Serangoon. This river will lead to the coast of Punggol. So it's a very relaxing morning ride. but full of people. Everyone seems like very healthy here. The area of Punggol is located on Tanjung Punggol, which is the northeast region of Singapore Island and facing Johor Strait. Punggol means hurling sticks at the branches of fruit trees to bring them down to the ground. It was derived from Sungai Punggol, a river in Singapore which named it in Malay language. So currently we are at this Punggol Permanent Natural Reserve next to the coastline. So if I'm not wrong, when we are in the coastline, we actually can see through the sea and see the coastline of Johor. As long as the weather is good. Today is good weather. It was raining whole day yesterday. There's a moment we thought that today wouldn't be happening, but lucky the sky turned into a partly cloudy day. I don't want to be too sunny because it's going to be very hot for cycling in Singapore if it's too sunny. Look at all this HDB, so nice. While we are crossing on the bridge towards the entrance of Coney Island, we realized there are a lot of cyclists. What happened? Oh, today is Sunday. Lots of people are out for cycling, and this spot is also a famous hotspot for visiting check-in photograph. So now we are on the Coney Island, also known as Pulau Serangoon. It is an island located in between Punggol and Pulau Ubin. The island was once owned by the entrepreneur siblings Au Bun Hao and Au Bun Pao. If you have no idea who they are, I believe you heard about the famous Chinese medicine brand, Tiger Balm. They are the founder of Tiger Balm. Anyway, during the year of 1950, Gelam Mamok purchased the island with the intention of turning the island into a resort. He named it after the Coney Island of New York, which contained an amusement park. So this is how the name of Coney Island came from. Unfortunately, the plan of Mr. Mamok never became reality. On the other side is Malaysia, state of Johor, Malaysia. So the island at the front, that's Pulau Ubin. It's a fishing island, part of Singapore. Found another beach on Coney Island. So this side, the land is Malaysia, belongs to Pasir Gudang of Johor State, and this is Pulau Ubin. So this is the type of environment I like to cycle. You may know if you are been following my video for a bit of time, I like to cycle through more natural places instead of city route. A lot of people have been telling me cycling in Punggol, come to Coney Island is the best choice to cycle in Singapore. I agree now. So apparently Jimmy just told me that there's a haunted house on this island. Maybe he was trying to hunt for it. I'm interested as well. Nothing to be scared.
Coney Island on the house.
So just now we did a little bit of searching on Google, and we roughly found the location of the haunted house. It's just a roughly location. It listed close. So apparently the haunted house is an abandoned bungalow, originally known as Ho Pao Beach Villa, owned by the founder of the tiger bomb. And okay, here is all the wooden bridge. Might be very slippery, so I have to slow down, and slow down. With my strong ability of map reading and environment observation skill, I sort of figure out this stone step over the creek shall be the entrance of the abandoned house. So it looks like this is the entrance to the haunted house, but seems like there's no access, and having a kid with us, also we're afraid that there might be a snake, so we try not to do it this time. We're gonna abandon the idea of hunting the haunted house. Maybe next time. Eventually, I did some research online after our ride. Bingo! I was right. The stone step over the creek were the entrance of the abandoned villa, aka the haunted house on Coney Island. Anyway, this location is not open for public. For your safety, I don't recommend you to go in and explore. Okay, exiting the Coney Island. Okay. Why? I've been wondering what building is this. Jimmy told me that it is a car park for boats. So it's a multi-story boat park. After passing the boats parking building of Marina Country Club, we are now riding on a shared path next to Seletar North Link towards Seletar. So Seletar, another area in the northeastern region of Singapore. It was believed the name was derived from a Malay subgroup who were indigenous to the area, Orang Seletar, as this area was the home of Orang Seletar as well as other indigenous tribes. So after some Wi-Fi at the waterway next to Seletar North Link, we decided to turn around and head back. So apparently what makes me come try this Punggol route? Basically because a few months ago I watched a YouTuber based in Singapore, Nini Jang. She actually ride from somewhere to Punggol and she used the route. Just now I went, the scenery impressed me. So I tell myself one day I'm going to come and try this Punggol route. So we are now back in Punggol and we are riding on Punggol Park Connector. This roughly 6 km share path between North Shore Beach of Punggol and Gerard Drive at Hougang. We are just going to use part of this path to get on Punggol Waterway path. I have to admit, these share paths around Punggol are really impressive. I meant the scenery. They are so beautiful, full of nature atmosphere, just like a hidden gem in a high-density city country of Singapore. No wonder they received such a great reputation from Singapore cyclists. Anyway, once we crossed under the pedestrian crossing just now, we actually start riding on Punggol Waterway path. Another beautiful and enjoyable share path runs along a beautiful drain. Even they beautify these drains. For me, they look more like a beautiful creek than a drain. So far, I think that trails in Punggol actually, I mean, the surface is very good condition. Most places, I think all of that is all concrete, apart from Coney Island and Waterway Point. Wow. Very beautiful scenery. By the way, this roughly 4 kilometers Punggol Waterway path that we are currently riding on runs along a waterway that are connecting two rivers that are bordering the area of Punggol, Sungai Serangoon and Sungai Punggol. According to Jimmy, the government is building dams on this river mouth for the estuary to form the water reservoir. In my opinion, this is a brilliant project. I realized that from these few hours of cycling, I observed that there's more folder bike than other bikes being used by Singaporean. I roughly know the reason now. Majority of them I live in HDB and the area is actually quite small and quite tight. So for them to have a bike, folder bike is the best choice as they can throw it up and keep inside the house. Nice! So I guess this is the reason why folder bike is so common in Singapore. Woo! Woo! So we are back here again. We 们又回来这边了。Boom boom! Ha 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 ha! I'm chasing you! Waterway! Ha ha ha! Benjamin! Ha ha ha! 还要快快啊！ Originally, we planned to ride back to Punggol Park, but came to this point. We decided to turn left and continue on Serangoon Park Connector for extra mileage. So, when we reached the intersection of Hougang Avenue 7 and Tampines Road, which is also the southern end of this Serangoon Park Connector, we started to feel exhausted, mainly because the weather was getting hotter. Especially, I made a mistake for forgetting to bring a water bottle. I started to feel dehydrated. Therefore, we made a U-turn and head back to Punggol Park.
2,000 years later!
Back to Punggol Park! Yahoo! Alright, finished now. Jimmy gave me a lift. So, yep, good experience. Very happy Jimmy being my tour guide today. So, hopefully next year we can do a full Singapore Island tour. Looking forward. Anyway, that's it for this adventure. See you next time. Bye bye. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the like, subscribe my channel, and share it to everyone. Leave a comment if you have any feedback for me.